Streak. Taking it off, bro. Taking it off, bro.
We're taking it off, coach. Taking it off, coach.
Taking it off here, coach.
Oh,
Man, we're done, right? You're not gonna
it's
throw
midnight.
You're not gonna throw a third fucking movie on me, are you?
Yeah, we could stick around and watch If I Stay. The movie, the Chloe Moretz is a ghost movie.
Oh no.
Maybe that one's about Jesus too.
Probably.
We had a double dip into Jesus tonight. So we just got done watching When the Game Stands Tall. A movie that, it's not every sports movie that you see a film about the asshole team that usually gets beat by the end of it.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is. Someone's like, alright, we want to make an inspirational sports movie, yeah, but we're so used to making it about the underdog. Why not make it about the team that's won about 150 games and are complete fucking douchebags and we're supposed to feel bad when they lose?
I don't.
No, not at all.
Not even a little bit. I was so happy for that other team.
Right?
I fucked them up. Like, I mean, exactly what you're saying. Like, God just straight up wants you to lose this game at this point.
Here's the thing. If you've seen the trailer for this movie, it makes it look like this team loses and then all fucking hell breaks loose. It makes it look like the team loses, dude gets shot, coach has a heart attack, a bunch of other fucking really dramatic ass shit happens. Not really when you see the movie. All that shit, the dead kid, all the stuff that I just mentioned happens before they lose. So this movie, I don't think they lose until about halfway into this 2-hour film. So before then, God is giving them so many signs that he just wants this team to lose.
So bad.
He's put money on the other fucking team.
He sure has. Yeah, I'm God. I'm not losing this bet. So this kid gets shot for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give your coach a heart attack.
Yeah. From smoking. A habit that isn't even touched upon after he has the heart attack, and neither is the kid who gets shot and killed.
That was fucked up.
An hour later, I lean over to Jake, unless I'm missing something, I lean over to Jake about an hour in and go, did they ever solve that kid's death?
Nope.
Unless it happened when we had a slight intermission during the movie.
Man.
So, the movie's playing, and they hadn't even lost yet,
No.
I don't think, but it was still like 45 minutes into the movie. And then the lights go just completely out, just black. But not the screen. The screen is still on, and then it goes muted. Now, I've seen that before.
I've seen this happen before.
I swear it was only 2 weeks ago was the last time we saw this.
It was.
So I lean over to Jake like, oh no, it's happening again.
It's happening again, man. I don't want this intermission during this movie. Just please.
Can you imagine, though, if all of that shit that happened a couple of weeks ago with that storm happened during
tonight?
During tonight or during the identical?
God, I would have been so mad.
So, the screen goes muted. We're the only motherfuckers there in the theater. We're seated, like, in the far fucking back with our feet up and shit, and just like, let's just fucking get this over. This movie's so boring! And then, so I'm like, fuck, we're the only ones here. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go out and tell the usher, like, will you please fix When the Game Stands Tall? So I did. I go out there, and the kid's sitting there working on the popcorn machine. I'm like, hey, the sound's down in When the Game Stands Tall. Oh, okay, alright, we'll fix that. So I go back in there, we sit down, the manager or one of the employees comes in and says to us, like, sorry, we're fixing it right now, it might be a little bit, but don't worry, we'll go ahead and rewind it about like 5 or so minutes. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. And then Jake's like,
no! Brad was like, yeah, all right. I was just like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, Jake's like, you don't have to do this. And she kind of looked at us and went, are you not enjoying the movie?
No!
Not really.
We're not. we just want to get this done with now.
You were like, not really. And then I was sitting there like, because it was a few minutes before the sound turned back on. The movie's still playing.
The movie's still playing. We're talking to the employee while the movie's playing in the background.
There's like a training montage or some shit going on while it's playing anyway. So if it was the part where dude got shot, I might have been like, can you take that part back?
Yeah.
So I said to the lady, I was like, well, I guess it's better than the movie we saw earlier. She's like, what was that? I'm like, oh, earlier we went to go see The Identical. And the employee is like, what's that?
What's that? That's exactly what the fuck I thought.
So I described it to her, and she's just sitting there like, well, that sounds stupid.
It was.
Go see it. You get to see movies for free. Go see The Identical. No, I kind of get why the trailer for this movie was like that, was like sort of misleading like that, because this movie's not about anything. This movie isn't about jack shit. When they fucking lose this game, nothing happens.
Not a goddamn thing.
Not a goddamn thing happens in this fucking movie. They lose one game. Oh. And then they lose 2 games. Clancy Brown goes fucking, Cobra Kai on his son in the parking lot, like the beginning of Karate Kid 2. Like, that happens, and then Coach is like, don't do that, and he stops. And then, guess what? They continue to win. When they finish the second game, or when they lose the second game, they're like, oh man, is this the end of this team? They lost 2 fucking games! Boo-hoo! You won 150. You're still a good team.
You're still a really good team. You went years undefeated.
Over a decade.
Over a decade undefeated. Nobody will ever be able to take that away from you.
Yeah.
You are still an incredibly good football program. You still have something to be extremely proud of. 2 games doesn't mean shit.
No, it doesn't in the movie either, because
it doesn't, because they end up winning everything. Anyway, even all the way through to the fucking title, they end up winning everything anyways. Why am I feeling, how am I supposed to feel bad for this team?
I don't even...
Because I fucking don't. I don't give a fuck about this. I truly don't.
No, me neither. Dude, I don't even think the person who did the music did either, because when they start winning in, like, the 3rd game, like, sad music started playing. Did you notice that? Like, what is... I think even the music guy is rooting for the other team. They're playing sad music when they're making their comeback. This movie starts out about a team being good, and ends with a team being good.
It turns out you're still a good team.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But they learn humility by visiting the amputation ward of a hospital and getting pee thrown on them.
Yeah.
Hijinks. Like, really, like, melodramatic stuff. Like,
really?
The guys, there's like a paraplegic, and the kid's like, man, there's sometimes I wish I didn't feel anything down below. And then the paraplegic is like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. You're right.
Who would say that?
I don't.
I know who would say that. A douchebag, because this movie is full of douchebags. They start out douchebags, they end fucking douchebags. When they lose 2 games, they cry. They literally cry about it.
They literally cry.
They literally cry about it, and then they win another game and become douchebags again and keep on winning, and then the movie ends. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. Congratulations, I guess.
They really didn't even learn the humility. They didn't learn humility. They learned no lesson from any of this.
No, because by the time they still win again, they're all like, streak.
They still go right the fuck back to it. They learn nothing. How am I supposed to feel sympathy for any of these people when they fucking don't learn a lesson?
There's no conclusions in this either.
No.
Like, the season, okay, they win at the end. Big fucking shock, because they're still a good team. But also, who the fuck shot that kid? And not to mention the fact that, like, there's this subplot going on there with Clancy Brown as the asshole, like, Randy Marsh father. That goes nowhere. That
Well, at least when Randy does it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, when Clancy Brown is doing this shit in the movie, I just wanted someone to beat the fuck out of him.
Man.
In the scene where he's attacking his son in the car, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he's your dad. Break his fucking teeth. You could do it. You can fucking do it.
You're
He's
a
not
football
playing.
player.
He's not playing the Kurgan in this movie.
No.
You could.
Like, that part irritated me a bit. The father bullying his son, which is extremely common in sports, especially
Absolutely.
in high school.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, is it common. I used to play a lot of sports when I was in high school, and I saw, dads, moms who were
Sure.
like that, really into woo. What a lot of people don't know is, but when I was younger, I grew up in a very, very violent household. Like a lot of domestic violence, a lot of bad shit. And I remember this one time. It had nothing to do with sports.
Yeah.
There's this time where my dad and I started having an argument. I don't remember what the fuck it was about. But he was threatening to put me. He was threatening to put me like through the army, like seriously, like the old 50s. Like,
okay.
I'm gonna set you straight.
We just saw that in the.
Yeah, we saw that in the Identical. And he threatened me with that, and I laughed at him. I just straight laughed.
Yeah.
You and I both know that's not going to work. The army is not going to take me. I've already done their psyche vals. Like, everything that they said that I would be good for was everything that was, like, individual work.
Yeah.
Like being a sniper and all that shit, because I don't listen to orders that I don't respect very well.
Yeah, I hear
at
you.
all. And so there was this moment between me and my dad where we were arguing about something. And he was starting to send me to military school. I was like, man, whatever. He was getting loud. I didn't do anything. I was like, I'm done with this. Started to walk away. He grabbed me by my shirt. He spun me around. He slapped me in my face.
Yeah.
And that's a trigger for me. And so when he slapped me in my face, I broke his fucking nose. Like my own father, my own flesh and blood dad, I fucked him up. I bounced his head off of the concrete a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it said, if you ever lay your hands on me again, I'll snap your fucking neck.
Yeah.
Dad. But I understand that, like, not everybody has my same mental wiring, so not
Sure.
everybody is going to haul off and punch their dad.
Yeah.
But if the motherfucker hits you in the gut like he did in that,
Or that Stephen-
everybody would have been all right if you just hauled off, started beating the fuck out of him. Just blah, 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 blah. Like, you have, like, 59 of your buddies right over there. Like, they ain't going to stop you. Fuck them up, whatever.
No one even really stopped.
Nobody
the
even
dad,
really,
right? Like the coach comes in.
the coach
and
is like, hey, now you shouldn't be doing that.
yeah, he's like, he can't play with broken ribs. Dude, priorities.
Right? Like,
And then in the car, like the fucking car,
yeah,
where
he's
he's like
just
grabbing
him and pushing him. Man, fuck, he is in an enclosed area.
Yeah.
You are at not the prime of your physical of your physical features when you're 18, when you're that age. You're not at your prime, but you're young.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just beginning to hit that.
Yeah.
And an 18-year-old, as being an 18-year-old who did a lot of sports, who was, I was ripped when I was younger. You push me in a car, I'm going to push back.
Yeah.
Because there's a part of a mentality that happens when you do a lot of sports that, especially something as violent as football, you don't take shit from anyone because you don't need to. And when you're in athletics, you're that is ingrained into your brain because when you're a football player, you're gonna run into a dude who's 300 and something odd pounds, and you need to pick that fat fuck up, throw him out of the way, and hit the dude with the ball.
You're why they call me Buster.
Because you're stupid enough to let him.
No, because my great-grandfather's Buster Keaton.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Like,
it has no conclusion.
this
though.
has no conclusion.
It doesn't. The dad is still an asshole.
The dad is still a fucking abusive prick.
I thought
They still win.
I thought this movie was gonna be over when they won the third game. Like, they lose 2, and then they win the third one.
I thought
the
2.
movie was going to be done after that.
No.
It had about a half an hour left. And a half an hour of Coach realizing that he's coaching a bunch of dickheads and wants to move on to coach for college, which he should fucking do. And then they give him a salute at the end, and he just decides to stay. Brothers.
This movie was a little gay, bro. Those football players are holding hands, bro. That's really gay, bro.
What the hell? You're making football pretty gay, bro. Why don't you tap that man on the ass and
tell him good game, bro?
Tell
like a good straight man.
Mm-hmm. Man, I couldn't even. This movie just put me to sleep. I mean, not literally, but nothing. I'm sorry. Jim Caviezel is wooden as fuck. Like,
everything about his performance was just wooden.
Oh my god, he has the same delivery for when he's giving a eulogy, for when he's having a heart attack, for when
he's trying to motivate his team.
Yes.
When he's ordering a sandwich.
Yes.
He doesn't change anything about himself.
No.
He doesn't act. He doesn't emote.
No.
He doesn't do shit.
He is one tone throughout this whole movie, and boy does he stick with it. He sticks with that one tone throughout this whole movie, which is 90% of every single Jim Caviezel performance. Except in Escape Plan, the one of the few fucking movies where he had a pulse and was Eric Robertson the shit out of it. Like, I watched Escape Plan, was like, where the fuck is this Jim Caviezel in all the fucking movies? Maybe getting struck by lightning during Passion of the Christ kind of took some spark out of him. He does not carry this film. He doesn't. And it's weird seeing, the past like week or so, I've been binge watching The Shield, so it was interesting seeing Michael Chiklis in here. It was interesting seeing Michael Chiklis in here not jamming a gun down a hooker's mouth. Well, that would have made this movie really fucking... The dude gets shot. I know exactly why his murder's not being solved. It's because Chiklis is busy assistant coaching when he should be going out fucking up people to find this fucking killer. And robbing money trains and shit.
Hell yeah. And that death scene was, like, that shooting scene was...
What was that about?
Man, I have no idea. Like, here's the scene. One of the players, here's the entirety of it. They show him getting gas at a gas station. Mm-hmm. His grandparents, his uncles, his parents, I don't know, they were kind of old.
Yeah.
Like, the man was his dad, and I think the lady was his grandma or something like that.
Yeah.
And, so his dad calls him on the phone. It's like, hey, it's getting about that time. Head home. He's like, yeah, I'll be there in 10. Great. Hangs up the phone, gets another phone call from mystery person, Cuz.
Party! Woo! Streak!
Streak, bro!
Streak! Woo! Get over, bro! Streak!
So his Cuz calls him up. He's like, hey, I need a ride. I'm at a party. He's what the fuck ever. So he goes there. He's like, come on. All right, I'm on my way down. So he sits down in this car. He's waiting for his whoever to get done with the party. And then you see just this dude walk over to the side of the car. Pulls a gun out. And he said, what did he say? It was one of the dumbest fucking things I have ever heard.
Fuck.
Oh, no, I remember what he said. He pulled out the gun and he goes, school me? Nah, man, school you.
Did somebody say that to him earlier?
The shooter.
No, I mean, did somebody...
No, nobody said that. Nobody said anything about this. This shooting made no sense.
I didn't know if I missed something earlier where the kid who got killed said that to somebody.
No.
And then that's supposed to be the person who shot him?
Not at all. Like, no. I don't know.
Is that...
I don't...
Did that happen in real life? I mean,
well, they showed, like, the coach giving a eulogy at the end of it, so the kid did get shot.
Okay.
I don't know why, but the kid got shot. In the movie, it was, school me, nah, man, school you.
And then you see the person run away, and it's really blurry.
He doesn't even run. He casually trots away. He just... I'm out.
No, hands in the pocket, walking away. The fuck?
And then, like, it's like this house party, and there's a bunch of people there, and after he says that line, you hear 1, 2, 3, like 6, I think, grand total shots. And it's not pop, 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 pop. It's not rapid, like, you know, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
It's pow, 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 pow. Okay. Got a little problem with that. You're at a house party, all right? You're in an unsavory neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay? We're in the ghetto. I have lived in such neighborhoods before.
Yeah.
You know, my whole life. And I've been shot at before. There's something that you do when you get shot at. Number one, you get the fuck down. Ah! You get down. It's just, it's...
it's not what I do. I go, not on my shift! Jones 1, terrorist 0.
Oh, God. Anywho. I've been shot at before. There's something that you do. First one, you get down. It's instinctual. Number two is that you look to see what is going on. The human brain immediately tries to process what's going on. You mean to tell me that in a house party with a team that is still doing a big streak, they're still, all of them are still popular. This is the lifeblood of the community. You mean to tell me that nobody in the ghetto who are used to this saw nothing?
No, man, those are just party poppers out there.
No, those are not party. You know the fucking difference. Well, maybe you don't. You're white. Fucking, I hang around with the whitest goddamn people I have ever found in my life. Like, yeah, I remember this time I was shot at. I remember this time.
Well, I used to live next to that prison over there on the northeast, off of Miller.
Off of Miller?
Off of Miller. When I came home one time from a shift out at the radio station, and like the alarm was going off. It was like 2 a.m, and I hear the alarm at the prison going off. I'm like, I'm sure. I'm fine.
They'll figure it out.
They won't come in. The door's locked. That would be breaking the law. That's breaking and entering. You don't want to do that.
Brad, you know what a prison is, right?
A place with very naughty people.
Especially if you've seen any of their movies.
I've seen Women's Prison Massacre.
I have too.
They keep razor blades up their vaginas.
They do. That's a good place for them.
If you're in prison.
If you're in prison.
And a group of...
If I ever get thrown in prison, I think I'm going to razor blade my butthole.
Oh, well, yeah. That's just smart thinking.
That's just smart. I keep my prison wallet booby trapped.
I'm gonna chug.
Or booty trapped, if you would.
I'm gonna chug a chemistry set so I can pee acid on people.
I like your way too. So yeah, there was that. It doesn't make any sense why the shooter wasn't found. Unless there's some shit that the movie didn't talk about.
Like in the real life, if the shooter was ever found?
Yeah. I don't know in reality if he ever was or not. I don't give a fuck enough about this team to do any research. I don't care.
Well, I mean, someone will put that in.
Yeah, somebody will comment at it if he was caught or not. I think he was. I don't know. I didn't know about this story until seeing the movie. I mean, I'm not a sports guy. I certainly don't follow high school football. Oh, right? Like, of all the genre, or of all the categories, however you want to describe it, of football, we're covering high school football. So this is like high school drama in sports.
Can you imagine if it had a draft day crossover?
Oh.
Dick's Sporting Goods showed up. I thought it was going to cross over into Blended at one point.
I would have burnt the theater down at that point.
Streak!
I streak.
I named my daughter Espen because I watch you on my favorite TV station.
I'm out. I'm gone. I swear to God, if this wasn't a blended territory, I would have looked at you and be like, you know, these midnight reviews shit. I'm retiring. I'm done. Consider this my retirement.
Oh, you just don't get the context because you weren't there for Blended. See now in the movie.
Dude, do not fucking start explaining Blended to me. Do not fucking do that to me.
When one couple meets another. Oh, man. I could put sound effects over that to make that sound like gunshots.
Just kill me at this point, then. If those are gunshots, just shoot me!
What did you prefer, this or the identical?
Is getting your testicles crushed in a vice grip an option?
The identical was worse.
The identical was worse.
The identical was worse.
The identical was.
This was just a bad.
This was a bad boring bad sports.
This
movie.
was just boring. Like, yeah, the identical was like a unique kind of bad that you don't get very much.
No, the identical is a bad that you have to see for yourself to truly understand how bad it was, because there's no way in hell we could explain to you just how bad the identical was.
It was, I know, like we were talking about that before, when I almost said when a stranger calls, when the game stands tall, sorry.
I don't remember seeing that.
Well, that's a good movie. The original. So yeah, I was texting someone before the movie.
How rude.
Before the movie.
I'm still pretty offended about that. You were doing
during the trailer for Left Behind.
You started doing that after the little 7-Up dots specifically told us not to do it anymore.
Oh, that's what they're talking about?
I don't know.
I thought they were just saving the world from flying cell phones. Meanwhile, Nicolas Cage is saving the world from the Rapture.
From the Rapture?
That's getting a theatrical screening. It's Nicolas Cage, so I gotta...
What's up with all the religious movies that have been coming out?
I don't know, and I've seen all of them.
I know.
Well, wait, I wasn't there for Son of God.
No.
I wasn't there for Son of God, but I saw God's Not Dead. I saw Heaven's for Real.
Heaven's
Mom's Night
real.
Out. The Identical, and When the Game Stands Tall. I was trying to figure out what was worse, The Identical or God's Not Dead, and it was kind of like what you were saying about The Identical versus That's My Boy, in that God's Not Dead was far more offensive. I didn't think The Identical was offensive. I didn't think When the Game Stands Tall was offensive. Not in the least. They're just bad movies. But, man, I don't know. I don't know. Between The Identical and God's Not Dead. I mean, God's Not Dead was far more offensive and just corrupt of a movie.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought about it. Like, because you asked me, like, was it worse than That's My Boy? And in a sense, yeah, because That's My Boy was at least a movie that, while the plot was terrible, it was still a plot. It was still a movie. There was an Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. There wasn't anything like that in The Identical at all. It wasn't a movie. It was just...
I think that The Identical and God's Not Dead were both just as poorly made. But the acting might have been a little better in God's Not Dead. Whatever. But maybe. But, like... When the Game Stands Tall is a movie that I'm gonna fucking forget about tomorrow. The Identical, no. But The Identical, like, even when I was texting someone to say, like, to try to describe how bad it was hard, because if you just explain it, especially via text, it's like twins separated, and then one becomes Elvis, the other doesn't, but loves Elvis, or Drexel, whatever. That just sounds like a boring movie. Like, it's hard to convey just how
it's really
horrible that movie is.
It's extremely hard to do it.
When the Game Stands Tall is so fucking uninteresting and boring and in one ear out the other, we're back to talking about the fucking Identical again.
Yeah. You know what really pissed me off about that text? Because I was looking at it while you were texting. or that you also show me, it was like that the person that you were talking to is, you're like, oh, like, well, at least they feel sorry for me. And like that kind of pissed me off because nobody ever feels sorry for me when I have to go do this shit.
No, they did on That's My Boy.
They did on That's My Boy, not because of. Here's my theory about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was necessarily because that movie damn near broke me. Actually, I take that back. That movie broke me. Like, I could not see anything.
If it makes you feel better, I think Mary was being slightly sarcastic.
Well, at least you get the sarcastic ones. Like, yeah, I got an awful lot of sympathy for That's My Boy. But part of it was, yeah, like, it's all that I was broken for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then I screamed about it. And then they laughed. And then they kept laughing and kept watching that review and keep bringing it up. Like it doesn't fucking cause me heart palpitations just to remember that movie.
That happens whenever we watch something that ends up breaking us. Because even now I get asked, like, about something compared to Endless Love, which did kind of break me a little bit.
But for me, like, I didn't know if it was necessarily, like, feeling sorry for me that I saw a bad movie, or feeling sorry that after that movie I was like, I'm done.
No, I think it was because you were at a bad, because a lot of them were about, like, we're saying, like, Brad, we're begging you, please send him to Brave, which was like the next week or something like that, or the week after.
I was really tempted to be like, Brad, I'm done. I can't. If that is the movies I have to see, I can't fucking do this. I can't.
Don't worry, Brian and Irving will have the next Adam Sandler movie, and I'll have the one after that.
Crap, that means there's going to be one more Adam Sandler and nobody has ever seen it, then we have to start back over from the rotation.
Shit.
Which means I'm back on top.
Fuck, it's like Final Destination. The cycle just starts over again.
The cycle starts over again.
Oh, fuck.
Son of a bitch.
I wouldn't be really mad at, like, the person who goes to see the next Adam Sandler movie, because I hear it's actually pretty good.
Oh, the
one that's... The Jason Reitman one.
The Jason Reitman one. It was the, goddamn it.
Men, Women, and Children.
That's what it was, yeah.
It's like an ensemble thing, I think.
Adam Sandler was one of them. It was an ensemble cast kind of thing. Yeah, it looked all right.
It's Jason Reitman, and I've liked some of his movies, so it'll probably end up being pretty good. So one of us is going to be at the Adam Sandler movie that might not be that fucking bad.
May not be that terrible.
Oh, fuck! Whoever goes to see that and ends up liking it has to also go see the next Adam Sandler movie.
Agreed.
Shit, I don't know what else to say about When the Game Stands Tall. The movie's been out for a couple of weeks. It's bombed. I think it bombed. I think maybe. I don't know. It
should have.
I don't know. The Identical did.
It's just a big old movie of who gives a fuck.
Yeah. Even because look, I'm not much of a sports guy. No, but there are. In terms of sports movies, there's quite a few of them that I end up liking.
There's several of them that end up liking.
Mm-hmm. You can still like yourself a sports movie, even
if you're not a sports fan, you can still like a sports movie because there's elements in there that people just like. Like, like what you were saying, a lot of sports movies, at least the ones that you remember, are the underdog story. Everybody loves an underdog story. Everybody loves seeing the one who isn't supposed to win beat the unholy crap out of the people who are supposed to. It makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, sure. And at least if they're going to do a story like this, have some sense of likability to it. I don't know. Like, watch, I don't know, what's a decent football movie? I don't know. The Any Given Sunday's all right.
My Little Giants.
Oh, Little Giants. My Little Giants. Oh, yeah, it's that one with the ponies all playing football with each other.
Little Giants is what I meant.
Yeah. Watch yourself, Little Giants. Watch Necessary Roughness. The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds.
Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. With Burt, not the shitty Adam Sandler one, the Burt one. Yeah, watch yourself. Fuck yeah. Not this.
No.
Not this movie. It was just boring. I got nothing. I really got nothing to say about this.
It's extremely forgettable.
Yeah.
Don't like any of the characters. I don't care what happened to the team. I don't care.
And the characters that could be likable, just simply, I don't, because, I'm sorry, Jim Caviezel is just not, he's not charismatic at all. He's not. He's so uncharismatic, especially in this. I can't, and this character, it's not that the character was written bad, he's not.
He's not.
If you had someone with some sense of charisma who could act more than one fucking dimension, it'd be fine. The character would be fine. It's not that he's unlikable, it just, that's it. I mean, it's nice seeing Laura Dern nice seeing Laura Dern in movies. And, you know, I mean, Michael Chiklis is far more energetic in this
a lot more energetic than Caviezel.
Holy crap! Like, he's the one who's acting more like a coach than Caviezel is. Caviezel is acting like he should be shushing people in a library.
Yeah, he does.
Michael Chiklis is acting like a coach. Screaming, you know,
interacting, you know,
being
getting
energetic
into the game. Like, yeah, like if you play football, the coach on the sideline isn't just standing there like an asshole speaking quietly.
You do that again, I'm gonna bench you. We won. Good. Oh, we lost.
Man. Now the coach is over there screaming at you when you get pulled off to the sideline, when you fuck up a play. They grab you by like your chest plate or your helmet.
Yeah.
The worst was the helmet, when they grab you by your face mask. And they pull you in and they will fucking ream your ass and throw you. Sit the fuck down.
There's none
of that. There's just, well,
that happens on the other teams. Maybe we should be watching a movie about them.
Maybe we should be watching them. You get sit your fucking ass. Like, yeah, there's that scene where, like, after they lose their first game, they're in the locker room. All the guys are in there crying. Just crying. And one of the players, like, frustratedly kind of just tosses his helmet into his locker.
Yeah.
And then, like, Jim Caviezel walks around and was like, hey, we don't do that.
Well, we cry instead?
We cry.
As it says in Matthew, chapter 25, when you lose the streak, cry. Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord.
You're taking that verse way out of context.
Really out of context. I don't think God really gave a fuck about football.
I think that chapter was about taxes.
Quit reading that damn book out of context.
But I can't recommend this. I can't. Even if you love yourself a football movie, the inspirational sports movie thing, there's so much better ones you could be watching. This is just not worth any kind of interest in any way, shape, or form. So it's been a long night. It's been a long night.
Really, really long.
This
has been a really bad double feature that we did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really? I'm gonna have to think of which was worse, this double feature or Haunted House 2 and then Transcendence. But oh shit, are we getting the flashing? Oh crap, the streak's done, bro.
The streak's done, bro.
The streak's done. Hey, we don't do that in these reviews.
We do. No, we get mad during these reviews. It's what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You get mad. You get upset. You don't fucking cry.
You see a shitty movie, you get mad.
You get mad about it, bro.
You get
mad, bro. Don't start crying like some little whiny bitch. Fuck it, I was a goddamn wrestler. I lost several matches. You honestly think that a group of wrestlers would go off to the fucking side and just start goddamn crying about it? No! That is a good way to get your ass beat. No! You get mad. You get angry.
Why?
You use this as motivation to push yourself further.
I cried when I played cross country because my legs really hurt.
I snapped my collarbone in 3 different places during a wrestling match, and I had to wrestle another wrestling match right after that one.
Yeah, well, I had to fucking run faster than Speedy Charlie.
Who the hell is Speedy Charlie?
He was very speedy.
Dude,
I think his name might have been Charlie.
I'm really sure you're making this up. I don't think there was anybody on any other team called Speedy Charlie.
That's because he's too fast. He's so fast you can't even catch his name.
God damn it, Greg.
Alright, what's Thursday? Fucking Dolphin Tale 2.
God damn it. God damn it.
We'll see you then. Bye.